We hit a major milestone that we're pretty excited to tell you about. Steve on Your Side has now returned more than $1 million to Colorado consumers through our stories.
$1 million. And we hit that milestone with a story just a few weeks ago when a man who called United's customer service center got transferred to a scammer.
Oh, that was a crazy story. 9 News consumer investigator Steve Steger helped him get $17,000 back. That story will stick with me forever.
Yeah, me too.
But every one of these stories has a lesson for all of us, Steve.
Yeah, that's the thing. Producer Anna Houston and I have that goal with every story. We want you at home to take something away. We want to make you smarter, so if something like this happens to you, you'll know what to do. And hopefully, we might save you a little money along the way.
That's phenomenal. I absolutely love that.
$1 million milestone for Steve on Your Side. Dan Smoker's story pushed us over the top. He was transferred out of a United Airlines customer service call center to a scammer and lost $17,000.
I can't express enough how grateful I am for you and your team and for just believing me.
We learned from Dan's story you should document everything. Dan still had call logs and recorded phone calls. Our big saves came from good documentation too. Steve on Your Side helped 2 Marshall Fire survivors claw back more than $590,000 from their mortgage companies that were holding on to insurance checks despite their rebuilds progressing. So they're getting money from you while holding your money.
Correct.
That doesn't add up.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't make any sense.
And we helped 2 pairs of parents get their health insurance companies to pay for helicopter flights for their sick kids. $120,000 total there.
The idea of having that bill, $60,000, go away, it's just like, it's finally over.
It feels like we can have some peace.
Those are the big ones, but the small ones are my personal favorites, like Bev, who spent a year trying to convince her bank that she wasn't the one who withdrew $400 from her account.
To other people, $400 may not be much, but to me, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Her story talked about your rights, that if the bank is going to deny a fraud claim, they're required to show you why. In Bev's case, the why was easily disprovable.
Started leaking rusty water.
Then there's Paula, who paid Applewood $13,000 in a pinch for a standard water heater. After questions from Steve on Your Side, the company told Paula's daughter they'd knock off $8,000. Her story showed why you should always get multiple quotes.
This all has been resolved in less than a week. It's nice to know that there is Steve on your side.
We've recovered $552 for people who paid to park in private parking lots only to get a ticket from a company called PRRS, which taught the importance of keeping receipts and checking a company's history. PRRS had been sanctioned by the Attorney General.
I hope you actually make a change and PRS stops doing shady shit.
While we had to bleep out some cussing, other times I've successfully avoided it.
Flash forward to today.
Yeah, I'm flash forward.
Holy holy whoa! Whoa! I mean, that's like 10 times what you were using before.
Steve on Your Side has helped return more than $27,000 to Excel customers who've been overbilled, which reminded us to never give up when customer service says no. So if you have a consumer problem that you've exhausted all your options to try to solve, we might be able to take a look. The best way to contact us is by email, steveonyourside@9news.com. You know, we were tracking it, but we weren't tracking it that closely. And then when Dan Smoker had that issue, we plugged it into the spreadsheet and went, ba-bam.
$1 million.
Whoa, $1 million!
Real quick.
It does in less than 2 years. Yeah.
But like you said, it's those smaller stories that really stick with you just as much as the big stories. Because, I mean, of course, we all remember that airline ticket story, and that made national news.
Yeah, but I joke with Anna, my favorite stories, or one of the favorite stories that we've done was Bev, the woman who had $400 taken out of her account, and she tried and went to the bank, and the bank would send her these letters back that explained that they weren't going to honor the fraud claim, but the explanation was off, and she was trying to get them to pay attention. We did a little records requesting. We were able to figure some things out. So it's just so important that people know their rights in situations like this, and that's what we're trying to hope to teach all of you at home, is if something like this happens to you, you have rights as a consumer. We'll help you figure out what they are and maybe make things.
Knowledge is power, the more you know.
Try it, the more you know.
Yeah, all kinds of lessons. Oh, more, you're going to give us the sign. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks.
We can't wait for the next one.